Good day, Katurismo! Today, we will be exploring a vital topic that often goes beyond what we see and experience on the surface: the importance of heritage in shaping national identity and driving tourism. When we talk about national identity and tourism, heritage plays a big role in both. It's not just about preserving old stuff, it's about telling the story of who we are as a people. For locals, it helps build pride and identity. And for tourists, heritage becomes one of the main reasons to visit a place. Think about how places like Bigan or the Banawe rice terraces attract visitors, not just because they are beautiful, but because they represent our culture and history. So in a way, heritage connects us to our roots and at the same time invites the world to learn about us. Heritage, whether it's physical like churches and artifacts, or intangible like traditions and rituals, really forms the core of our national identity. These are the things that connect us to our shared past. For example, when we see the Barasoen Church, it's not just a structure, it's a reminder of where our republic began. These symbols keep the story of our nation alive. And by preserving them, we make sure future generations understand where they came from and what hold us together as a people. Heritage has a way of making people proud of where they came from. When communities celebrate local festivals or preserve traditional crafts, it creates a sense of identity and belonging. Take the Panagbenga Festival in Baguio. For example, it's not just about flowers, it's about celebrating the city's culture and history. These kinds of activities also inspire creativity and can even boost the local economy. Plus, they get involved in preserving their culture, it strengthens their emotional connection to the community. Heritage shows us what makes a nation unique. It's in the symbols, values, and stories that the country chooses to highlight, like how the jeepney has become an icon of Filipino resilience and creativity. These things help shape how we see ourselves and how others see us too. Even if citizens live far apart or have never met, they can still feel connected through shared heritage. It's that idea of imagined communities, where common cultural elements make us feel like part of a bigger national story.
Now, the heritage and shared history. Fosters national memory. Our heritage is basically our nation's memory. It is the reason we know where we came from and the struggles we've gone through. Like in Luneta, the Rizal Monument isn't just a statue. It is a reminder of courage and sacrifices that people from all over still visit to honor. Next is strength and mutual understanding. Traditions and symbols we share connect us. Even if we live in totally different parts of the country, every Independence Day from Luzon, Mindanao, we all celebrate the same victory. And that's something that unites us. Lastly, inclusive recognition fosters unity. When we make sure every culture in the country is recognized, no one's feel left behind. In Mindanao, for example, preserving both Christian and Muslim heritage sites sends a message: your history matters too. Next, let's talk about the shared history building national unity. Now, heritage tourism connects citizens to the past. Visiting historic sites and museums strengthens the bond between people and their country's history. It's one thing to read history, but visiting the actual places where it happened hits different. Like for example, when a student visits Intramuros, walking those old streets makes you feel like you're really stepping into the Spanish era. And that also makes them appreciate the struggles and victories that shaped the nation. Next is reinforces collective national identity. Shared history creates a sense of belonging for all citizens. It's like when you're standing on Corregidor Island, you can't help but feel proud of the bravery of those who defended it. And lastly is the industrial heritage encourages unity. Remembering the past ways of life, preserving the old industries shows us the kind of hard work of our ancestors did in Negros. Old sugar mills turned into museums remind locals of the effort and resilience of the people before them. Next is how heritage attract tourists. Now showcases authentic culture and history. Heritage give tourists something real to experience, not just stage attractions. It's like opening a living history book that they can walk through. Heritage sites traditions allow them to see our story firsthand. For example, when a foreigner visits the Banawe rice terraces, they don't just take pictures. They learn about the Ifugao centuries and old farming techniques, which makes the visit more meaningful. Next is act as an identity. Building platform, cultural events, traditions, and storytelling allow visitors to connect with our national identity. Just like a tourist joining the Ati-Atian Festival in Aklan gets to dance with locals, wear tribal-inspired costumes, and feel like they belong, even for just a day. Lastly, drives economic growth and preservation. The income from tourists helps fund restoration projects and motivates the locals to keep their traditions alive. Cultural events, rituals, and even place name helps visitors emotionally connect to a nation's identity. Like in Vigan, money from tourism is used to restore ancestral houses, keeping the city's charm while supporting the locals' job.
Economic importance of heritage tourism. Heritage tourism refers to visiting places that holds cultural and historical significance, such as old churches, landmarks, and ancestral sites. It plays a vital role in preserving our traditions and sharing them with the world. Beyond cultural value, it also greatly contributes to the country's economy. In 2019, tourism made up 12.7% of the Philippines' GDP. Although the pandemic caused a decline, the industry bounced back to 8.9% by 2024. That year alone, it generated 760.5 billion pesos, around 13.1 billion US dollars from foreign tourists. Heritage tourism also provides millions of jobs and supports small local business like guides, artisans, transport services, and food vendors. Heritage tourism helps keep our culture alive by preserving both our tangible treasures like Banawe rice terraces and our intangible traditions such as the lively Sinulog Festival and the intricate art of Tinalak weaving. If we're talking about the physical products or the cloth itself of Tinalak weaving, it's tangible. But since we're focusing on the cultural heritage, the Tinalak weaving tradition itself is considered intangible. This experience don't just raise funds for preservation, they also spark awareness and pride in our heritage. Through global recognition, sites like UNESCO-listed Ifugao rice terraces get care and support they need to survive for the future generations. At the same time, festivals, cultural tours, and workshops creates a real and meaningful encounters between the locals and the visitors, promoting deeper cultural understanding while uplifting communities. Heritage tourism fosters pride by validating local traditions such as showcasing indigenous dances and crafts. It also builds capacity by providing skills and trainings that allow locals to earn from tourism. Lastly, it revives tradition by passing heritage to the younger generation through workshops, storytelling, and cultural performances. The Philippines offers rich examples of how cultural heritage is preserved and celebrated across its three major island groups. In Banawe Ifugao, here in Luzon, UNESCO facilitated a multi-stakeholders meeting involving local governments, indigenous farmers, NGOs, and academic institutions like Ifugao State University to develop a heritage code and master plan. These efforts highlight the farmers as the vital heritage custodians. In the Visayas, the Sinulog Festival in Cebu is held annually in honor of the Santo Niño. It features a grand parade with the traditional Sinulog dance symbolizing the flow of water, and the festival blends Catholic and pre-colonial traditions, celebrating Filipino faith, unity, and cultural pride while showcasing the country's ability to integrate diverse influences. Meanwhile, in Mindanao, the Tiboli people are known for their intricate tinalak weaving. Made from abaca fibers, these crafts passed down through generations hold cultural and spiritual significance. It reflects the diversity of the Filipino heritage and highlights the importance of the indigenous knowledge and artistry in shaping national identity.
So next are the global example of heritage tourism. So heritage tourism preserves the world's most important cultural landmarks and traditions. Machu Picchu in Peru protects the Inca legacy. Stonehenge in England safeguard prehistoric heritage. Angkor Wat in Cambodia sustained Khmer culture, and the Acropolis in Greece preserves the ancient Greek civilization. In Asia and Europe, China's old town of Lijiang maintains waterways, Naki architecture, and living traditions. Italy's Cinque Terre balances conservation with authentic cuisine and sustainable tourism, while Kyoto in Japan keeps traditions alive through UNESCO temples, festivals, and culinary heritage. Together, these sites show how heritage tourism protects historic landmarks and living traditions while fostering global appreciation and cultural understanding. So next, heritage preservation protects cultural identity and authenticity while balancing the impacts of tourism. When managed responsibly, it sustains local economies, foster cultural understanding, and honor the past. Philippines example like Intramuros, Vigan, and even Bohol show how conservation and responsible tourism deepen appreciation for heritage. So next are the challenges to heritage and tourism. So balancing heritage preservation with tourism development remains a major challenge. Rapid tourism growth put pressure on UNESCO sites, leading to overcrowding, environmental damage, and urban encroachment. Issues such as cultural commodification, weak governance, limited funding, and climate changes further threaten site integrity. Without responsible management and community involvement, both heritage authenticity and local quality of life are at risk. So last is the impact of losing heritage on identity and tourism. It weakens cultural identity and authenticity, with traditions often altered to meet tourist expectations. This can cause cultural homogenization, emotional loss within communities, and the fading of local languages and customs. As heritage loses meaning, tourism appeal also declines, resulting in shallow and unsustainable visitors' experiences. Before I end, I'd like to leave you with this thought. Tourism is not just about traveling. It's about connecting people, culture, and stories. It opens doors to opportunities, growth, and experiences that shape who we are and who we can become. Thank you for giving us your time and attention today. I hope you were inspired to see the beauty and possibilities that tourism offers. And remember, choose tourism, choose you in Manila.